And here's
I'll miss
Mr. Jeff
him.
Menapace to talk
I'll
about
miss
it.
him.
How are you doing, sir?
I would first like to say, first of all, I'd like to apologize for my voice. I am getting over a cold. But I would like to say that Jeff, as always, is the man. You rocked it, brother. You rocked
Thank
it.
you, sir. Hey, you rocked it with the writing. Hey, you know what? That's the thing that I like about making relationships with authors is when I find authors whose writing style like just clicks with me instantly like this. I mean, like that performance wasn't too much different than what's on the recording because it just translates in my head like
No,
that
I
easy.
don't. Yeah,
So,
it's the same. Yeah.
yeah.
It's a
So,
rare thing, but it's great when it happens.
it really is. It really is. So, I mean, Jeff, how many books have we done together now?
Oh, let's see. We did the wildlife. We did the wildlife books.
That's two.
We did Numb, which is what you just did. We did Numb one,
Cliche.
the spin-offs, one,
Yeah.
2, and 3. I feel
And
like we
then
did one more. What
the
am I
the
missing?
short stories. Um,
Yeah.
the short story anthology. What is it called? Warped.
Did we do? Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
we did Warped. Yes.
Yep. And
Yes.
that was maybe my favorite project to do
Yeah.
because there
Well,
were
you know why?
so
Because
many great stories.
you got to do so many different characters, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And they all had their own different feel. It was very thrilling to get through those. And you know, we're getting into like doing more short stories now. And being able to distribute them like on our website is so much better than putting them on Audible where they're not going to be listened to, right?
Well,
So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more of those. We have
I'll tell you, man, you rocked it. I mean, I know it's already out there, but you rocked it. And I will say this, I don't know who's listening, but I personally, as someone who does not like to listen or read their own work, you know, I don't like to. Your work, you and Annie with Wildlife too. You guys did such an amazing job. Oh, I listened to that like when I'm lounging around. I listened to that. Oh my God, you guys were so awesome in that. It really was.
and you have a Wildlife 3 in the works, don't you?
I do, but you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing with Wildlife 3. And I texted Annie and I told her about that. And she said, "Oh my gosh," like she was all like freaked out. Cuz I don't think she likes doing that stuff. Um, but I told her, I said, you were so good as Darla. I said, Darla's going to be 18 in this one. I said, you think you can handle it? She was, oh my God. But yeah, my goal with that one is to be very pretentious in my, uh, not in the products, I hope, but in my pursuit and make it like an Eliza Doolittle kind of thing.
Eliza
I
Doolittle.
want Darla to become, I want a therapist to find Darla because
Mm.
she's the only one left and turn her into not a proper young
Proper
lady.
lady.
Yes, exactly. Not a, yeah, but like at least someone who could like function in society. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my goal is that, but at the same time, my goal is also to have the doctor be very sinister in her because she wants to then take her after teaching her how to be proper, take her back to the swamp and see if what wins. This what does the swamp win or does her schooling win? You
So
know,
wait, are you saying that Darla's like gonna almost become sort of the anti-hero of the story?
I can't say that.
Okay. Oh my god. Dude, okay, when you made Wildlife 2, first of all, I was like, what the fuck? How do you make a sequel out of Wildlife? Cuz everyone gets, the way that a Wildlife ends, it's like what's left. But
You
apparently
know
there was
what?
something left. So that like I couldn't believe how well you continued that story. So I'm not going to doubt you this time. Wildlife 3, you've already given me cool hints that I'm already excited about it.
It's funny. I don't know. I mean, like I still don't know how Wildlife 3. I mean, like everything I'm saying right now could be complete and utter horseshit. It could end up being bullshit, I should say, because I don't know.
Finer
When I
grain.
write, a lot of times I change my mind, but I always had an idea of Darla. Everyone loved the Darla character from book two. Um, so I always had an idea of the Darla character being grown up. But of course, after what happened with book two, I don't want to give spoilers for those who haven't read it. Who's going to take care of Darla? Well, I thought about what if someone, I actually got this idea from Halloween, like the Halloween films, like a Dr. Loomis who took an obsession with her and like wanted to make her into like an Eliza Doolittle, almost like a Halloween My Fair Lady kind of thing. Um, Someone who wanted to make her from this feral, I mean, she was pretty much feral, um, into a young woman. And then once she was there, the ultimate test of her theory was to then take her back to the swamp
Yeah.
and see, like, bring her back to the people and see how she reacts.
I'm looking
And
forward to that, dude. That just sounds like such a great way to get her back going.
but I want to bring back a lot of characters. We'll see.
Yeah.
I It's still in its infancy stage. So we'll see.
Right.
It's not the number one book I'm working on right now. I'm working on another right now. So, you know,
So Hair of the Bitch, Numb, that's going to be re-releasing on our platform on our birthday, Halloween. Can you tell us a little bit more about where that book came from?
yeah, I'll tell you something actually very interesting. That was the first novel I ever wrote. I um I always I always wanted, I'm sorry, this is my buddy Samson.
No,
He,
no apologies
he's
necessary. The more the
okay.
merrier.
He's my boy. Um he I always wanted to write for a living, but just didn't think it was possible. I thought, I had low self-esteem. I thought writers were like, guys who were, you had to be a King or a Patterson or whatever. You couldn't make a living otherwise. So, whatever. But I still wrote because I enjoyed it. I've been writing since I was a kid. I just enjoyed it because I wrote because I enjoyed it. And so I started writing this one book because they said, write about what you know. Well, for a long time, I worked like 50 jobs at once. And one of them, I was a massage therapist. I actually went to school and was trained as a massage therapist. And let me tell you, as a massage therapist, you get a lot of fucking stories. And so I thought, what about a massage therapist who was obsessed with one of his clients? And trust me, as a massage therapist, you get clients who are both insane, weird, whatever, and sorry, smoking hot. And so yeah, there are times when like you see their name in the book, like, oh, so and so's coming in today. You're like, oh, hell yeah, that's awesome. So I thought, what about someone who had a client, and then they kind of took it too far. But then it turned out that the client was even more fucked up than they were. And the person at the time, I was struggling at the time with a lot of depression, anxiety, drinking too much, and this client, and this is true, I was at the time, and I thought, um, wouldn't it be perfect if someone like this, like a vulture or whatever, would come in and see that and exploit it, like take advantage. And so I came up with this idea of this smoking hot woman coming in. It's one of my clients, and basically this succubus that would seduce this guy into being with him and then blackmailing him into being into this underground industry that was so perverse. I mean, like, that's why I said to you, Jeff, earlier today, one thing I want to write about, and not just this, but about the cliche stories that follow it, the sequels. One of the taglines I wanted to write was fuck Squid Games, fucking, cliche or something along those lines. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, because the Squid Games were, I mean, as great as the show was, but I think people would have more fun with the cliche shows because they're all based on something we could all relate to,
Right, right. Yeah, the horror, the horror cliches theme is so hilarious.
Yeah.
The campground slasher one was definitely my favorite.
That's
Uh,
everyone's favorite. I
oh,
know.
it's so good. And just having it's Calvin, right? Calvin is the main character in
Yeah.
cliche. Yeah, yeah. Having Calvin in that situation is just the best because
Yeah.
he's good at work reacting on the fly, but he's also just kind of clueless a lot of the times.
Yes.
And so like to have him in this situation where he actually kind of does understand what's going on, it's just so much fun. So you guys can also find that on Audible. Annie and I did a production of that one, and it's actually the first 3 episodes of it.
Yeah.
But Jeff and I have been kind of talking about maybe revisiting it at some point. So if you guys liked this, or when
I get it. Jeff,
yeah,
I get a lot of fan mail asking me when's 4 and 5 and so on going to come out. And so, I mean, that's worth visiting. Um, it's worth visiting, man.
hell yeah,
Um, but I will say this, of, I don't know, let's say 100 fan mails I've gotten, 95% said they like the second episode the best about the slasher films.
yeah,
And that's the one you liked,
yeah.
so
So yeah, remember guys, Numb, which is the first part of this series here, is going to be re-releasing on our platform. It's going to be $3 for the Halloween sale. It's going to go back up to $5 after the 2 weeks. But it'll be there to stay. We're going to try and get it published everywhere after that. So it's not just on Audible. And yeah, so that's our Jeff Menapace segment. Jeff, do you have anything else that you want to pimp out right now? Like, what's the last thing that you wrote? Or
you want me to pimp stuff out? Yeah, I mean, I for those of you who have ever followed me, I I just released not too long ago a spinoff of my Bad Game series. And again, I apologize for my voice. I am sick. I'm fighting it right now. Um, I just released a spinoff of my Bad Game series called Caleb. It's about the youngest son in the very first. It's kind of cool if you think about it. In the very first Bad Games book, he was 4, and that was back in 2013. Well, now, and then I took, liberties with the timelines. Now he's 25. Thank you, whoever did that.
We don't know who does that.
Yeah, it's just magic.
It just
happens. We don't know.
Wow, thank you. It's fantastic. Yeah, that's Caleb, and this is a total spinoff. This is the son from the first one. He's 4, and now he's an assassin for hire. But he's kind of like a Dexter, even though I've never seen the show. I know. I should see it.
It's a good one.
But he basically kills bad people, but he punishes them. And the thing that makes him a little different is that he still has these weird urges as a serial killer, but they're entwined with his sexuality because he killed a person. He killed people in books 4 and 5 when he was going through puberty. So his sex and violence is entwined with him. So he he kills people, but he also has a therapist that he is in a understanding with. So every time he kills someone, he goes and sees his therapist and has sex with them to get out the fantasy. So it's like
It's a good therapist.
Every time he kills someone, he gets a sexual urge. Every time he gets a sexual urge, he wants to kill.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That
it's definitely a
sounds
little different in
hardcore.
that regard.
And your narrator for that one was
Gary Tiedemann.
Gary Tiedemann. Yeah, because he did Bad Games.
yeah. I just did a
Yeah.
book with him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a
Gary's
good
awesome,
narrator.
yeah.
For sure. So, yeah, well, guys, you heard it from Jeff. Go pick up Caleb. Go pick up whatever else that you can find on Audible from Jeff Menapace, because all of it's
Wow,
good.
you guys can clap really fast. I can't even see your arms moving.
Yeah.
Again, we don't know where they are.
Yeah, it's just, we're
We're not paying that drummer to do that.
But anyway, guys, go check out Jeff Menapace's stuff on Audible, on Amazon. He's got a ton of books, and it's all incredibly creepy and fucked up.
Doing it again.
Yeah, we're pros. So, Jeff, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. You go get some rest, my friend.
Yeah.
That voice up for you. You got a trip coming up this weekend, so you want to be.
Yeah, my wife and I,
happy for
we're
that.
celebrating 7 years married.
Wow, congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you. And we're going to Sleepy Hollow in upstate New York.
Nice.
Yeah.
For a
Inhale some
Halloween-
steam. It'll help with your scratchy throat.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Definitely do that. All right, Jeff. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you again sometime soon.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Take care.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Right on. Jeff is such a great guy.
Fucking awesome.
I always have a fun time narrating his stuff because it's just out there and twisted. That's my kind of fiction, man. If it's screwed
That
up,
Caleb
I
book
wanna
sounds
hear
great.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really twisted and kind of
it. Little
you're in
bit,
for a ride.
little bit envious there, Gary Tiedemann. You son of a bitch.
You bastard. I don't mean that. I literally finished up a book with him in it today.
Nice.
Did the credits for it.
What was it?
I think it's called How to Mars. It's not out yet, but it will be out soon.
Oh,
For a
cool.
podium, actually.
Is it a sci-fi?
Yes. It is a sci-fi.
Okay. I hope so.